First EP collab, man. Oakland Vallejo, the Bay Area, stand up. I'm from that town. She from Vallejo. Said let's collab. She said okay. We all should play. Hot potato. Whoever got the hottest vibe. Challenge accepted. It's me, Hamza. Best like creative players on hunters, no less. The lines in your forehead just told me you stressed it. Got G-O-D on me side. Ooh, he blessed me. All the lies they tell it's so vaccine. They're acting it's so bad like it's wrestling. Keep my circle so small it's insane. If you made the cut then you're part of my team. Just like bowling at pint ball strikes don't gutter. Attracted to the mind but I like my hooder. She gotta have a pretty face too.
Hey, welcome to the channel. I am Mrs. Best. We have our co-host James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel here.
Hey.
We are here to go over House Marthas Vineyard. This is the recap and review of season 2, episode 6, titled A Perfect Summer Storm. That it was.
That was a beautiful title. Bravo in that call center. I love it. Thank you for giving us that, because that's exactly what this was.
We got a lot of summer, and the only thing I will say on this episode I agreed with that came out of Alex's mouth is when Summer came onto the show, she was a breath of fresh air. She also appeared to be very calm. Now it is the entire opposite, and we're going to discuss that. So let's jump right on into the episode. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. Thug Life was good. Thank you for being here. To those who are returning, thank you. Hello, welcome, and Thug Life. We have going across the bottom of the screen information for if you want to email me suggestions, if you're a collaborator, or if you're a content creator that would like to collaborate with me, all of those things, cash apps and things like that for donations. So let's get into this psychotic episode. So we start with Summer. She calls her Nana, her Jamaican Nana who raised her. This is the person who raised her. Her mother had a drug problem, so she wasn't able to raise her. And Summer does not know her father. She just knows that her father is a white man. That's literally what she says, so don't come for me, y'all. But we learn all of these things. Summer was born out of a one-night stand, basically. And she wants to start looking for her father. I had forgot that she did mention this in season 1 a little bit. And then I don't know what happened. My brain just didn't register. But she says that she suppresses her feelings, which is not healthy. Her grandmother is having surgery, so this is something that's concerning her. And I get annoyed with reality TV because they always show like, oh, this person's having surgery or this person hasn't been feeling well. And then they act a fool. And they're like, in real life, just because something is happening, you really can't.
Because I'm not going to care about that when we get to the end of this episode. I'm not going to care about that. I'm just
right. It's not an excuse.
Yeah, it's not an excuse. Her behavior is horrible. So yes, I'm not going to care. And bravo, I want to shout out to y'all because y'all pulled a whole nother Ashley Darby situation on us. Y'all just did that. And we didn't ask for that. So if you don't know Mrs. Best, Ashley Darby on Real Housewives of Potomac, she had the same storyline. Her father was a white man. He closed the door right in her face.
This is true. Yeah. I watched Potomac season 1. From season 1. So that's actually I didn't think to connect the two, but that's actually true. I'm getting tired of it though, because now that you say that, I'm like, I understand that this is these people's truth. I understand, unfortunately, that this does happen. But at the same time, either I need to see you hiring PIs and stuff like we saw Simone doing on Married to Medicine, or I need to not, let's see.
I needed her to be in a counseling session.
Yeah.
I needed her to be in a counseling session because for me, if y'all were going to show us this all for us to soften us for what is to come later on in this episode, you missed the mark on that. You missed the mark on that because to me, I didn't care anything about her not knowing her father or her grandmother being ill. I didn't care about none of that because what I saw completely diminished any of that. It completely diminished any of that. So if we were to have sympathy for her, it's gone. I'm just putting that out there. It's gone. I have no sympathy for her, and not at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good point that we're gonna make that we've made. Just because you go through certain things in life, in real life, that doesn't give you the right or the excuse to act a fool, and that's basically what we're saying. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that the relationship she has with her grandma is beautiful. Grandparents really are special. So I will say that. And I do wish her grandmother healing. My grandmother, when my parents failed me, that lady stepped in and was basically a parent. So I get her pain for her granny. Moving on, you guys. The group is prepping for a spouse day. All the spouses are going to be coming into town. Basically, Donald, who I believe is now engaged to Preston. That's Preston at the time, his boyfriend, now currently his fiance. And then Amir has his girlfriend coming as well. Silas can't come because he's deployed, and Simon will be returning as well. And I know that nobody's going to complain this time, because last time Simon came, he basically paid these people off. So if you go back to,
I mean, and from what I understood, it was legit his money. It was not Bravo.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was some hush money for y'all. Now he cooled everything. Now we can't wait to see him and all this. And now we giving him hugs when we walk through the door and everything.
Right.
See, y'all see black people. This is black people for you. This is black people for you. I'm telling you,
Yep.
if y'all ain't know nothing about black people, we know how to hush when some money come our way. We do. We know how to accept everything when we all get $6,000 watches.
Absolutely. And notice nobody wore that shit this season, knowing they would say, I bet you they all done either sold it or put it into their.
Hell yeah, because I would have too. I would have pawned my shit. Yeah, and would have what about my business? Yes, I would have definitely did that.
It's the proudness. He said, I would have pawned my shit. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Because let's keep it real, we all would have. Because
First of all, I don't know that motherfucker for me to be keeping shit from him. So absolutely, you gave me a gift. I don't have no sentimental value of a watch from you, sir. So I'm finna pawn my shit and I'm finna go and live life.
And I'm gonna live life. Well,
yeah.
Anywho, thank you for joining. To those who are here watching, welcome to the channel Thug Life, Thug Life. Welcome in. Thank you for watching from Facebook. I see somebody's on Facebook. Hi, y'all. Oh, it's Leona. She said she cried. James had no shame in his game. He said, I will pawn that. And listen, let's keep it real. Who admitted that Carly read? Why Carly like to keep the ring? She pawning it. What you mean? Anywho, moving on.
Some tell me she don't pawn those. Some tell me she keep them for like, you know, what is that marketing value? What is that? Like, well, yeah. So I see her. I see her keeping those. I do. I really, yes. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. That's all I can be.
This is why it's highly recommended when there are black shows. Find your black recappers. I'm trying to tell you, it's just naturally fun. We're effortlessly funny because James is serious as a heart attack, which y'all don't know.
Yeah, I'm not funny. Yeah, this is real.
Moving on, Simon arrives, and then Donald comes, and Simon and Donald both seem very, very chill. Bria, you got some nerve asking if Phil is coming when you threw a whole fit over Mariah, when you know that half of the house, more people were against Phil than they were Mariah. So it's annoying, but it is what it is. And I was cracking up because Simon wanted Phil to come. Simon wanted everybody to be here. You could tell that Simon and Bria have a good time, but Bria is a Gemini, such as myself. And it was something, we were watching something that happened on the episode. I'm going to ask my husband one day, and he was like, she must be a Gemini. Because, you know, he's married to one. I said, oh, God, we are a little crazy.
Well, here's the thing. It was the fact that she, like, always comes in with some old angry vitriol towards people. And then she'd be like, oh, I thought you meant this. Okay, well, then we're good now. And that's really what it is. And it was like, no, that's not what this is. This is, you can sometimes be disarranged. And we got to bring you back down. Bring you back down to reality here. Watch what you say and watch how you move. Because I'm telling you, all it takes is for something to get in your way and you're gonna fall.
Yeah. What do you, in layman's terms, Bria ain't met the right person yet. If she tries some of the stuff she tries with the right person,
she might want to correct it before I come on the show, because I'm telling you now, I'm gonna cuss her out. I'm gonna be worse than Preston. So she better get it together now, because I'm not gonna play with her. I'm not gonna
lie though. This show is making me want to actually visit Martha's Vineyard. I always had
I'm gonna
Probably
be
have
on
to
season.
start
I'm gonna
with-
be on season 3. So I already. I'm already gonna be on season. They gonna bring the blogger that was talking shit about everybody in the house, and I'm gonna tell them they can confront me all together at one time, and I guarantee they're gonna get red right in front of the fucking camera. So they might want to turn around before while they have a chance. Because when I get through with them, they ain't gonna want to even be with me no more. But I don't care. I'm gonna show up smiling, act like it's my house.
All I know is now I kind of want to visit Martha's Vineyard because I had the conception that you had to be like super rich to visit it, but I was looking some stuff up, and it's not the cheapest place to go, but it is within reach.
Well, yeah, if you got 5 good friends, yes, that could definitely be the spot.
It looks fun. It looks beautiful. Moving on, y'all. Natalie is coming with Amir. They're in the car together, and Amir, he's doing the same stuff that he basically did last season. Amir likes to throw something at you and then hide his hand. He is complaining while in the car with his girlfriend about Summer being touchy with her. And then he mentions that in the confessional that his interactions with the women makes his girlfriend or could make his girlfriend nervous or be an issue, alluding in a way as if the women wanted him. And I'm like, baby, you literally was taking off your clothes, stripping, opening doors. They like trying to get with this girl. Nobody chased Amir. So I thought that was odd. So at first I was like, oh, his girlfriend, she seems like uppity. Seems like the ladies don't like her and things like that. What's up? What's up? What's up, babe? Welcome in. Welcome in. Naya says she started this show literally 2 days ago. I'm hooked. I love that you've watched now because now you can like appreciate the recaps and kind of feel where we're coming from. You can really feel where we're coming from. But I feel like Amir is one of those people, and females do this too, but men do as well. Where it's like, hey, babe, this person wanted me today. This person wanted me today. This person wanted me today. And it's like he's making it seem like more than it is. The only person in that house, the girl may be a little uncomfortable around, that I would give her like grace on would be Jordan, just because of what happened. But for him to be trying to make it seem like all the ladies want him and are touchy, that was a little bit much and it annoyed me. I feel like their relationship is toxic. I don't think it's going to last. How do you feel about it? I feel like he's too immature for a relationship, like at the adult level.
I do feel that he's too immature for that kind of relationship. And as I told you, I feel like she is the ethnicity that he is outside of being the black. When she said she was from Miami, I said, okay, let's note this. Y'all, Miami is very racist. Miami is very racist. So in terms of that, I get what Mrs. Best was saying about him feeding her all of this bullshit for her to feel away when she does get to the house. But I feel like he didn't even have to do that because she was going to feel the way she felt, which we saw in this episode, regardless of what he would have said.
I think what you're saying is absolutely true. I did not personally want to say that because I've not been to Miami. I've never lived in Miami. James has lived in Miami, but the people who I know who visited there, the people I know who live there, who are African American or darker complexioned. Even if you looked at Love and Hip Hop Miami, Amara La Negra as an example, they can be that way. I did get that energy from the woman, and based on how the cast is talking about her, I think they got the energy too. But at the same time, I also think Amir is toxic, and the fact that he would date someone like that.
No, and you know what? To me, it was a build-up to make it seem like he was on her level in some aspect. That's really what that was. To me, it was, I'm building myself up because as we saw, she will bring him right back down to the asshole for him anytime she's in the room. More money, she makes more money than him. She made sure that she let all of them know he joined my real estate team in the firm. So I really run this. So to me, he was doing, it wasn't that he was trying to really make some all the girls wanted him. He was doing that to make sure that in that situation, she couldn't one up him.
I think it's a piece of that. That's probably the reason why he was doing that. Either way, the way that Amir is moving, I think all of us can agree it's very, very toxic. It's very concerning. It's also childish. I wouldn't want to date no man that's more concerned.
I don't think he would be like that. I don't think he would be like that if she wasn't out of his league. I don't think he would be like that.
She is. I was surprised.
This lady is definitely out of his league. To me, she's with, as I said, a lot of women from Miami will give a black men for the value to say they've been with a black man before, to not appear racist or whatever people, or even microaggressive. I'm not gonna say racist. I'm gonna say microaggressive. They will give it them to say, no, I have a black boyfriend. This is, and I don't see color and all this and that. And even though that's a problematic statement to say as well, but no, they do that. And it's really annoying because at the end of the day, you'll do other things that still show the microaggressive behavior. But we'll get to that in a second. I don't want to jump too far ahead. We'll get to that in a second.
So we're getting more into Amir. There's gonna be a lot of Amir and Summer this episode.
Yes.
By the way, bye. Like the video if you haven't already. If you're on Facebook, like the post or the live event. If you are on YouTube, like the video, copy your opinion, or comment your opinion, subscribe to the channel. James's information is in the description of the video. It's also on the screen. It's a little small, youtube.com/@WatchYourMouthReviews833. So be sure to subscribe to both channels. Let's continue on. So back at the house, I get annoyed with Amir again, personally, because he's trying to get everybody to meet his girl. All the spouses came in, right? All the spouses came in. They either stayed close to their partner or they interacted. Simon's a little extrovert and has met them before, so he's socializing a little bit more, but still kind of staying close to Bria. Donald is kind of interacting with people, but staying kind of close to Preston. Natalie is quieter. She didn't seem bothered, like kind of behaving as someone would walking into a house full of new people, meeting the friends of a newer boyfriend. And then she's doing it on TV. So I got that. But Amir annoyed me because he was trying to get everybody to meet her. And then when he did, she didn't really speak. And I'm quiet with meeting new people too, but I will at least speak when spoken to, or speak if I'm in someone else's space. Then when she goes to meet Jordan was funny. She acted like she didn't hear him when he was trying to get her to meet the girl, and then ignores him and just goes downstairs. Jordan obviously don't like this girl. And I don't blame her in this situation. However, I feel like Jordan is like this, meeting a lot of people.
I was gonna say that to me seemed like her MO. That seemed like that was exactly her. She don't like women she would be intimidated by. That just gives me, and that's what, and this is what I'm talking about.
Jordan gives me the type of energy of that female. Like, I'm a really like sweet person, but she gives me the type of energy of a female that would like actually have me come out my character, like have to like cuss her out or like snatch her wig off because I know it's she's
the type I'm gonna walk past and shake her hand and keep it moving because I ain't got time. I would have smelt her a mile away. I just would have. That's just me. I would have been like, okay, see you. I know to stay away from you. Here's my handshake, because you can never say I didn't speak to you. So here's my hand. Hi, how you doing? Moving forward. Because I would have did that with her. I wouldn't. I feel like, to me, this is my take on Natalie meeting Jordan. I felt like she didn't think she was prettier than Jordan. And I think that's why she kind of gave her a little bit more of a softness and was open to, Jordan, whatever Jordan gave her. Because that's what Natalie gives me as well. She doesn't like women that she feels is prettier than her, but she's going to make sure that her presence is there.
What I will say is Amir has a type, because even though these women are two different colors, if we're two different places, that like snotty little attitude they both kind of have. So I will say that.
Once again, out of his league. Then once again, out of his league, because I feel like Jordan is out of Amir's league as well.
But Natalie expresses that she has some type of concern. She doesn't want Jordan around Amir. And here's the thing. Normally I'd be like, okay, because they had something. But I'll say this before we move on. Jordan didn't want Amir. Amir wanted her. So if anything, your beef is with your man, not with this lady. But
let me interject. You are absolutely right. The beef is with her, man. But the problem is that she knows somewhere deep down in her spirits that if Jordan wanted Amir, she could have him.
Yep, she does.
That's really what it was about. It had nothing to do with the fact that she wanted her to stay away from Amir. It's because she knows deep down that's why I say it's competition. She knows that that's her competition in the house. That's how she is. She's a realtor. Realtors are natural born competitors. They just are. They know they have to compete for every single thing. So to me, coming into a house, not really being fixated with the other women because she maybe feel like she's prettier, but when she looks at this one, she's like, oh, wait a minute. He was into this one at one point, which is why I think he did watch the show. I think she watched the show and saw that. I do. I think after she met him, she watched the show. She binged it. That's
Probably.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's get into Naya's comment I have on the screen. She said, "Oh my God, can I say Bria gets on my damn nerves? Can we keep her dog and send her home?" Listen, Bria's a lot. What I have with Bria on this show, Naya, is a love-hate relationship. There are moments that I like her in terms of a lighthearted, fun way, more so like Shanice is fun, but then a lot of the time I'm like annoyed with Bria. I think Bria, she's a little bit of a crybaby to me, but
I don't like Bria, but I understand her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, because I understand her, I align more where I disassociate the dislike for her and just kind of stay neutral because I understand what she's saying half of not all the time, but half of the time. I do understand what she's saying.
Yeah, she does make a lot of sense though. Bria does make a lot of sense. She says both of them are catty. Amir is cute and all, but calm down. He's immature and can grow some more. Not height wise, no shade. No, I agree.
No, that's some shade. No shade for you, but I'm gonna shade him for a second because that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know he was 5'4", so that makes a lot of sense. He has short man syndrome.
Oh yeah, he does. He does.
So that's what, because I didn't know because Alex is tall as fuck, so I didn't know that he was that damn short. So no, I'm a shade him for you, Naya. That's okay. I will take the shade. You can give it to me because I'm a shade. You have short man syndrome. That's
and my husband is short, and he has told me that like a lot of men who are short are like not okay with it, and that the syndrome is a real thing. So
it is.
I said, from a man himself, I shall believe it. Moving on, y'all. The group goes to Preston's cocktail party. He has a cocktail party at a restaurant or an event space. Mariah, oh Lord, Mariah and Philip arrive. But before we get to Mariah and Phil, Amir and Natalie are both real estate agents. James has let us know this already, but I have put this in my note, and James mentioned it also. Why do you need to let everybody know that you make? It's not just that you said that he works under you and you brought him into this. It's the fact that you made sure that everyone knew that what he makes in a year is what you make basically in a sale. So she's in luxury real estate, kind of like the houses we see on Bay in Beverly Hills. There's actually a huge luxury real estate market in Miami. There's
and because they're building a development in the Forney area, which is about 30 minutes outside of Dallas, that is where she's making her money because those are lakefront homes. She's not fooling me. I know what she does. I'm not impressed by it because at the end of the day, I did real estate. Yes, T&A. That's all you need, and the men will drop their mouths and put that down payment on that house. It's very easy in Texas for a woman to do that. I'm sorry, I hate to be Texas.
Too is, especially being from California, half of California, they say like of the people leaving California, like 86% of them are going to Texas. Specifically, Dallas is where a lot of the jobs were people from Cali moving there. That's where a lot of the jobs are. So I feel like when she said Texas, honestly, I'm not trying to be shady. I wasn't impressed just because the housing market out there is so competitive that if I were to get a real estate license, I would get one somewhere like Texas or Florida where the market is competitive and constantly booming. Like that's just
exactly, especially when they have newer housing developments that are like literally, okay, y'all. So I'm gonna be honest with you. In Dallas, the real estate, the average 3-bedroom home is $300,000 in Dallas. You sell you 5 of those in a week, you got her stats already.
Yep.
So
and
it's
most
like
people are buying homes for that amount. So
like because I was like, oh, I would love to buy a house, but because federal regulations is not dropping the reserve rate, I'm not going to buy right now. I need them to drop it. I need them to drop it significantly for me to want to buy a house. So, but that is where I was looking because I have a friend that lives not too far from there. She also does YouTube as well. And she was telling me, get you a house out here. But I'm like, girl, look, I cannot buy no house out there. If I'm going to have an interest rate of 4%, I will never pay that motherfucker off. So we're going to have to wait until they drop the prime rate. And then when they drop prime rate, then I will come back to that.
Lord, but yeah, I just thought that was whack to like make it clear. There was a time for like 7 years I made a lot more than my husband. I You don't need to tell people that. I also think it's a little tacky to talk about how much you make. If you're going to talk about how much you make in a public space, I feel like I'm doing well.
That's
Or
something, you know, it's fun. That's something they're doing today because you didn't hear about that when we were coming up. Like you did, but it wasn't to the extent where you would just outright down somebody in front of their friends about how much more you make or how much you would never make that a point of conversation because a lot of the times people were ashamed to do that because you didn't know how that would affect the other person. Now in today's time, they do that. They were like, oh no, I make way more. That's a bum. Like my ex did that to me all the time. And I was like, damn, is that really how you feel about me? Because I don't make as much as you doing the same damn job. I'm lowest on totem pole. I always tell people, sometimes you luck up. When you really love somebody, it can go in cycles. One year he may make more, minute you may make more. It might go in cycles like that. But you have to have that level of understanding that that's how it could happen. You don't know what circumstances may bring you, down and out. So I wish she wouldn't have done that on national TV because
yeah,
I wouldn't say she was emasculating him, but what I will say she was doing is that she was trying to make it seem like he wasn't shit in front of all these people who have a different perception of him. And I
I
didn't
also
like that
think
she
she
did
was
that.
trying to make herself look like the shit in front of all the people,
Right.
especially
And that too.
people
Yeah.
that she was around to feel some type of superiority. But moving on, y'all. Replay gang was good. I haven't forgot about y'all. If you've made it this far, 26 minutes in, and you're watching the replay, are you still here? Like the video if you haven't already. I appreciate you. Mariah and Bria go to talk at this event. And Mariah explains, and I actually respected Mariah for this. She said, listen, I want you to know that I did not know that it was Amir who put the laundry of Bria's dog in with Mariah's laundry. She took accountability for that because Mariah left the show getting into a physical altercation with Bria over that damn dog. Now, I'm a fur baby lover. I love animals. I don't feel like when you come across a bad dog, the worst thing you can do is fight the dog or look at the dog like they're crazy. Dogs are as good as their owners. And looking at this dog, how he tears up Bria's room when she leaves him in there, I think that their feelings were valid last season on the dog. Like if you're going to have him here, take care of the thing. But Amir is the one who caused that issue and then sat silent. When Mariah had the opportunity to watch it back, she apologized for that part. It took accountability. Bria's like, once people say sorry, I'm like, I'm done. You just petitioned to have this woman not come here. This woman, Jasmine, who is your friend, and I feel like you should trust your friend's judgment. You should. I trust my friend's judgment. This woman literally is telling you she's not in that space and Mariah's not coming to fight or to cause any issues, which should allude to, okay, well, maybe she's either coming peacefully or wants to apologize. But nevertheless, the two make peace.
Mm-hmm.
Moving
Now,
on.
see, I felt like that too. Let me say this real quick. I felt like that too at first. Like I felt like I didn't want her to advocate. Like I didn't care if Jasmine advocated for her or not. I didn't want to be around her. But it wasn't until Bravo revealed that they had a conversation where they showed her apologizing, where I felt like, okay, Bria, you full of shit now. Because to me, yeah, that's because I understood. But then again, we didn't see the see Bravo should have aired that last week, and then I would have felt more on Mariah's side and that Bria was full of shit. But I kind of felt where Bria was coming from, so now I have to take that back now. Bravo, thank you for doing this at the last minute. Bravo get on my damn nerves.
Yeah. Either way, these two make peace. I was like, okay, this is stupid, Bria. You dragged this on. Phil pulls the men aside. He apologizes. They don't accept it. I'm going to say these are the most sensitive men that I have seen on television. They are annoying as hell. This has nothing to do with gender, sexuality, so please don't say that to me. I'm saying in general, of all the men I've seen on TV, gay, straight, trans, whatever the hell you want to call it, these are the most sensitive group of men that I have seen. Why? I still stand by what I said. The only person who should be annoyed, in my opinion, is Phil, or not Phil. What the hell is his name? Nick.
Preston.
Four-letter word. Four-letter name. Nick.
Wait, say what you just said again.
I
might have heard you wrong.
The only person who should be upset with Phil in that group of men who is apologizing is Nick. That is the person whose room and toilet was disrespected.
Oh, okay, okay.
Amir put himself into that drama. It was not his fight to fight. Nobody told him to put himself into it. That was probably that short man's complex.
Yeah.
Preston didn't even barely interact with him and already got an apology on the phone. So I didn't understand why he was acting like he needed another one.
Agreed.
And I just felt like it was a waste of time. They tried to give him a hard time. Somebody came to you and said, sorry, what more do you want? And they've apologized more than once. So I was annoyed with the men for that whole situation. Do you have
I
any
was too. I was watching how Alex was looking at him, by the way. But
Naya.
because yeah. I was annoyed with them too because it was kind of like just accept the man's apology and just move forward because at the end of the day, that shit is a year old now. And you can see he ain't on that bullshit today. So it's like, what the hell is the problem? But then also I'm one of those people, I'm fair. If you don't have to forgive somebody. You don't have to. You don't have to forgive them if you don't want to. And I wish they would have stood on. Look, I don't mind being in the same space with you and coexist with you if I have to for the sake of Bria and Shanice. And that's what I'm going to do. We can coexist. I don't need your apology. We good. You stay on one side of the room, I'll stay on the other, and we'll just keep it like that.
It's very
So
exactly. And that's what I expect. That's just what I expect. That's just the nature of how men can be. Yes, men can also be the type that need to talk stuff out, but this was not the type of issue I felt that was so deep. These people do not have the history necessary to go so deep to have like a well thought
I
out
agree.
conversation on this issue. It was just stupid. So that's what I'll say and move on. Naya said Preston said he was offended and Preston got an apology before the rest of them at the house on the previous episode.
Yeah,
Phil
yeah, he
apologized
did.
to him on the
And
phone.
to me, it was like because he didn't. The problem with Preston, I felt like Phil didn't come with the same energy to apologize to the other men as he did Preston, and I think that's what Preston wanted. But I was like, Preston, at the end of the day, that ain't got nothing to do with you. One and two, if that's not how he wants to apologize, that's not how he should apologize. First of all, if I'm apologizing to Nick for shit in his toilet, the apology should only go to him. I'm not apologizing to the short man over there because he wanted to jump in and act bad and shit on the first fucking night. I'm not finna go there with him. The other one, I don't know if he looking me up and down or if he in love. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. So therefore, you should even be upset anyway because you got your apologies. Now sit there and shut up. That's how I would have been. If it was me, like y'all, I'm scared when I come in for season 3 and I got to film with these motherfuckers or what it's gonna be. Because when I tell y'all, I'm not apologizing for a fucking thing.
Yeah,
I
that's the
said,
thing. These men acted so upset and were so passionate over this. Like you made a good point. Double down on your feelings to just. I'm just annoyed with it all.
yeah, I was annoyed. Yeah, we can move on because I don't even want to talk about this no more because it was stupid.
It was. So, but I am glad Phil did at least do the right thing. Some people apologize once and then go off having to do it again. And he was at least willing to like apologize multiple times, which shows that he is genuine. So Summer House cast, let it go and move the hell on. He's not on the cast. Get over it. You won. Moving on. Jordan has her Freaknik party. For those who don't know about Freaknik, there's a documentary on Hulu's Big in Black Culture, HBCUs. They had nowhere where they could party that was, a safe space. And they did that. It was a super. My dad went. My mom went. My parents went. I've seen like little videos from their camcorders from back in the day. If you know, you know. So it was a vibe. It did turn to something crazy at the end because, as we see with the state of the world today, as the generations continue on, shit just continues to get effed up. But it was legendary, especially in the Black community. Jordan does it. I'm not sure if she's from Atlanta, but good for you for doing that. Nick came out with the tattoos and had the girls excited. He looked okay, but I
was like, I questioned if they had already started drinking. I knew Shanice was lit, so of course that made sense to me.
Shanice is always lit.
She always lit, so that made sense to me. But the other girls, like Noelle, I was surprised at her response. And maybe the camera just didn't do him just. I don't think he's attractive at all. Like I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I don't think, aside from Alex, I don't think any of them.
No, not to me.
Or
okay.
yeah, I don't think any of them like would make me go as far as Shanice or even Noelle went. None of them would ever do it for me like that. Yeah, because I just feel like that's not.
Moving on from his little raggedy tattoos that washed off. Amir, why the hell are you worried about a proposal? You just got with this girl. Y'all ain't even barely been together. The show ain't even been off of television for a year. Why are you talking about a proposal with this woman who just emasculated you in front of everybody? And
because let me explain something to you. It's because this is a non-black woman that is allowed to do that, because that's probably what he grew up in with the non-black mom that he had that raised him, that he's not allowed to go against whatever that is. Now, if this was a black woman doing this, he would not be there for the emasculation. I promise you that.
child, makes no sense.
So yeah, and I hate when that's why I say I said this from day one when we first met. I said, "Uh-oh, we have one of them here." And what I mean by one of them is when you have somebody that is of a mixed race that is not associated with the other half of him, meaning the black part of him, he's going to say and do things that will make you question every single attribute of him of being black, because realistically his disassociation with black is so bad that to me I would even question why would you bring him into this house when you have cultural black people here. That makes no sense to me. So of course this woman being non-black can do all those things, and yes, he's going to want to marry because he sees the potential of what he had at home, what he grew up with.
Lord,
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad, but
Amir just got on my nerves, and he probably always will. Donald was asleep at the party. That's my husband. We went to Vegas. My dad was laughing and recorded my husband. My little brother had turned 21 years ago. We took my husband to Vegas. He at the time was working for Tesla. So that means 12, and he was a manager there. So that was basically 14 to 16 hours, 6 days a week. And so the man was tired. He fell asleep at the Bellagio, the Rio, South Point. I said, wow, my dad said, we ain't never seen me start breaking up. Lord, Donald is my husband at the party. If he's tired, he's gonna go to sleep. I like Donald.
Donald is me as well, because I don't play with y'all. When I'm sleepy, I want my sleep. And first of all, I would have went where I was private, because the last thing I want is y'all motherfuckers recording me sleeping. I snore just like that. So I don't need y'all to come up here and record and Alex's goofy ass just getting a kick out of it. I don't need that. I don't need and that's what I'm saying. So I'm glad me and Mr. Best can share that, because yes, I'm like that as well. My ass, let me tell you something, Miami was the wrong city for me, because when I tell you my ass was ready to go at 3 o'clock, I was ready to go at 3 o'clock. Sometimes even 2, depending on what I had to do the next day. But yes, we used to be, when I tell you 3 to 4 in the morning, still partying, my ass was sleepy. I was him. I was Donald. So yes. That's okay, Donald. You ain't got to be with these fools. Is crazy.
No, I loved it. It was realistic. And then the way he woke up when they're like playing and stuff, like even drunk and sleepy, he's like, these people is childish. And that's what it is. This cast, they are all over 30, but you would think you're watching 23-year-olds on the real world.
Right, exactly.
Moving on, y'all. In the hot tub, the group is playing Never Have I Ever. Classic game. I shouldn't have to explain it. I don't feel like it, so please Google. But Never Have I Ever is a very popular game. Summer randomly starts coming at Bria. Summer was drunk. They were all pretty drunk, but Summer was like drunk. And she starts to come at Bria. And this time, and that's how you know Summer was tripping, because Bria was like, no, I'm not trying to, what? Bria's like, my man is here. I'm not trying to beef with you. Ain't nobody getting naked in front of Simon today. She was fine. This time Bria was okay. And Summer just starts tripping. And even in Bria's response, she's just like, girl, I'm not trying to come for you. I didn't mean it that way. I love you. She wasn't trying to, rock the boat, which I appreciated, because I feel like when people drink together, where the issue is somebody start tripping and then people pay it too much mind. And that's how things end up escalating. So I was happy to see Bria, who normally is the problem, trying to mellow out. But they move on. This group has been drinking, and they move on to later in the night. Everybody's in Shanice's room, and they talk about how lit Summer is, which we synced it. She was very lit. And they proceeded to once again, discuss the issue. It's just, I don't know. It was stupid. They're trying to discuss the issue of what happened downstairs in the hot tub again. And then Noelle and Shanice, they're kind of not paying it no mind, because they like, we ain't got nothing to do with us. We drunk, we happy. And that's me. I don't think I've ever been upset drunk. Like if I get drunk, I'm going to be happy. So, for people who just be tripping, I know everybody's different, but I never understand it. But they're taking pics in, Noelle's wig and laughing and all of that. And then Summer loses her mind. She starts snapping, leaves the room upset. Bria's in the background. I didn't mean it that way. What's going on? So, she goes on a rampage through the house. I see them close the door. I was dying though, the way they closed the door behind.
They closed that door too.
Listen, they didn't want to deal with it. So Noelle goes to apologize to Summer. I don't like when people do that. Don't just be apologizing. Noelle didn't owe her no type of apology. And, Summer just continues to lose it. She says that she is jealous of the lightness that the other women have together, like the lighthearted, fun, like quirky, just goofy relationship, the fun parts of friendship. She says that she's jealous of what Noelle and Shanice have, which is crazy because didn't Summer bring Noelle into the house? Like, what? You said that was your friend who was coming.
No, yeah. See, I said, oh, so it ain't so much clean being up Jordan ass after all, ain't it, Summer?
Lord, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I'm not an angry drunk either. I laugh at anything and anyone. My filter is gone, and I will laugh in your face if I see that. That is me. We need to drink together. That is, I like to have fun when drunk.
Yeah, but I said Summer. Yeah, but this was me. I said Summer. So Jordan ass ain't all clean up there, is it? It's boring up in there, is it? It's boring being Jordan's friend, isn't it? Isn't it, Summer? It ain't it boring? Ain't it? It ain't like Shanice and Bria having fun, being lighthearted and being bouncy and not giving a fuck about seriousness. You on vacation, so who cares? It's not fun when you got Jordan in the bathroom crying over alopecia and all this and stuff and just being sad all the time and then want to microaggressively blame you for shit. It ain't fun, ain't it, Summer? It's not fun, Summer. I get it now, yes.
She also brought up that Preston. She mentioned Preston too, which I think is telling because Preston this season, he's speaking out a little more in the wrong way, but he kind of likes to lay low with certain stuff. And I'm like, okay, so Jordan and Preston, who I've said from the beginning, these two seem miserable. They seem messy. That's not cool because Preston knows this group through Jasmine and her husband. So for him to align and go on trips without telling Jasmine and to do messy stuff, it's like, come on. All you have to do is tell her, like, I'm going. I don't want you to feel away. I at least want to let you know. But he did not do that. He's been acting funny. And Summer's in the house acting like she's the best friends with them, not really acknowledging Noelle and all these other things. And I do think what James is saying is true. She saw that the grass was not greener on the other side. And now you're jealous of the person you brought in the house. You can have multiple best friends. I do. James is one of my best friends. I have other best friends as well. Not too many, but you can have multiple best friends. You can have multiple friends. That it is okay to do.
That ain't even it. That's not even it. She ain't talking about multiple friends. She thought she had the it friend because she's trying to be the it girl along with her. But you realize that comes with a whole bunch of consequences and non-factors. See, if you was just playing cool and playing coy, like the girlfriend you bought in the house and aligned with her, then you realize you would be having more fun. See, it's hard being Jordan's minion. That's why I said this is what she get. This is what she gets.
I think it's good that this happened on the show because Jordan has been clever with the shade that she's done and the divisiveness that she's caused in this cast. And I think that Preston is very much so a part of that as well. But he's an attorney also. He's gonna be better at
he good. He a real good Phaedra. He really is.
He really is. But
he a really good Phaedra. Yeah.
This is telling to the type of people that they are and all of that. And we know that there's going to be a reunion. So I'm glad because now these two will actually have to answer and see how the audience feels about their answer, which is important. But Summer comes back up to Bria and Bria explains that she has not done anything to Summer. Summer loses it again. And here's how you know that Jordan was never Summer's friend. Downstairs while Summer's losing it, going on a rampage through the house, Jordan is laughing and hiding under the blanket at what Summer is going through versus trying to go and check on her if she's such a friend. And this is why I think that she used her alopecia as a weapon against other people. I have alopecia myself. It's part of the reason I stay in protective styles. But to use that as something to make it seem like, oh, we're so close, I'm talking to her about this, but then you can't go and support her either. Summer ain't nobody's friend. Let's get the
Are you talking about oh, go ahead and read it.
Wonder if they are distancing themselves from distancing themselves from her because of her morphing into a Stepford wife, maybe jealousy or annoyance with her and Simon. Are you talking about
Summer?
Maria?
Who are you talking about? Because I want to agree with you. If you're talking about let me tell you about Summer. Summer, the reason why people are distancing themselves from Summer is because they see that she's an opportunist. And they see that she is trying to get on whoever's coattails that she feels is the most popular and who can make the decisions in the house. That's what she does. She could tell she was that girl in school that wanted to be with the popular girls in school because she felt like that's where she belonged. And for me, I see her doing this now. I think that she wants to align herself with the popular people, Preston and Jordan, because that's where she feels she belongs. But what she's realizing as she is older, that's not so much fun as you see the lighthearted girls just having a good time because they're on vacation and that's what the fuck it's for.
Yeah.
So I just feel like for me, watching Summer, I don't care. Like I said, I told you in the beginning of this video, this is what she gets because I
Yeah.
don't care about her having family trouble right now, and that's playing a part. I don't believe that has anything to do with it. I don't. I don't think that that family drama has nothing to do with how she's acting. I think that she's mad because she made the wrong alliance.
Yeah,
At the
I
end of the
figured
day,
that's what you were talking about, Nia Jasmine. But I also do notice that the cast is distancing themselves from Summer a little bit, especially in the interviews that I've seen and when they're calling in to bloggers. But Jasmine, I actually absolutely think that that's what happened. I think that you have to remember that most of this cast is over the age of 30. Most people, regardless of what color you are or where you're from or any of that stuff, expect that when we're in our 30s, we expect things that once we get to our 30s, we realize we shouldn't have been expecting, and that can sometimes be unrealistic or not in our timelines. Marriage, owning a home, nice cars, things like that, I think are some of the things, especially this age range of people expected to have and don't. One person who does have that, even though she had to struggle for it, is Jasmine. Her relationship may not be perfect, but I experienced this when I got married. There are a lot of people who I thought were friends, and it wouldn't be until they went through something or something would happen that they would make certain comments or feel away or even say, like, I don't want to talk to you about this because you don't understand any struggle because you're married or you have this. So sometimes people think that what they see on the outside are like little things like marriage and stuff like that is something to make them jealous. I feel like a lot of this cast is that way with Jasmine and Silas, even though their stuff is not perfect, but it's a damn shame. What I will say that I like, Nia, is Summer clearly came in hoping to turn people against or keep people away from Jasmine. She worked hard off camera to get people more on her side.
wait, but
Jasmine.
wasn't it Jasmine that brought Noelle on the show last season?
Noelle was not on the show last season.
Yes, she was. I mean, I know. Summer.
Summer?
Didn't Jasmine bring Summer on the show?
I don't remember who brought Summer on the show.
It was Jazz. I have to go back and watch that because I believe it was Jasmine that brought some Noelle Summer to the show.
She said wrong African man. she got mixed up. I'm dying. And they both bold. It just don't help, Nia. It just don't help. But yeah, I don't know. Jordan had a plan, in my opinion. She tried to pre-produce before the season began, and she's tried to produce on the season, but she's not a producer, and all that's happening is everybody seems to see her as messy.
Right. I think what she don't understand is, yeah, we can see you. We can see you. Terrible wig and all. We can see you. So I don't understand why the hell you even thought that was going to even work. Because all this did was make you look even more crazier than we thought you were. So yeah.
And you DJ, you should not have this much time for that. You should be
right, because I could see her talent. I could clearly see it. But what I can't get past is the fact that your attitude is very stank.
It is.
And it seems to be only stank when it comes to Black people.
Yeah,
Jordan can miss me. Jordan can miss me at this point on the show. So far, the only people that I like at this point, damn, bro, what her wig do? It don't lay on her head the way it's supposed to. So, and that's all I'm gonna say now. So, what I'm gonna say is this: the only people that I like on the show so far that have not lost me this season is Shanice has not lost me this season. I still like Shanice. I still like Noelle. I actually like Jasmine right now. I do like Jasmine this season, surprisingly, because
Last season, I could not stand her, and neither could
yes,
James. But this season,
I
I
actually
really
like her.
like
Yeah,
her. Yeah,
she
yeah.
won me over.
But that's
Um,
that she got to worry about the baby instead of her image, and I think it's forcing
yeah,
us to get a little more naturalness.
right, exactly, and I think that's what it's doing now. As far as the men go, I get on Alex a lot. He actually hasn't done anything yet, so I'm cool with. As far as Amir, no. As far as Nick, and as far as Preston, nope. I don't see it for anybody. I
You
don't see
know,
it for
it's
anybody.
crazy. Last season, when you watch our recaps, I was like, why is Preston there? Waste of space. This season, I still feel the same way, except now I'm adding thirsty waste of space. And it's not. I just don't care for
I
him in a
want
way
them
he
to recast. I want them to
they
recast the
need
show.
to add some
They
different
need,
people.
you know what?
Amir
You could
needs to go. Nick needs to go. Preston needs to go. Jordan needs to go.
Mhm.
Summer needs to
I don't
go.
think they'll ever get rid of Jordan because she's the Giselle. So I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Jordan. I see them getting rid of Summer. They're gonna trade Summer for Noelle. I can guarantee you that.
Probably.
They're gonna trade Summer that because you see they didn't ask Noelle to leave yet. So they're gonna definitely trade Noelle for Summer. Summer Peach is gone. I can see that. They're gonna keep Bria and they're gonna keep Shanice. So they're gonna add another little girlfriend of Summer. I mean not Summer of Noelle's. I see them bringing two more single guys so Alex won't be the only one because we can't just have Alex. It's not gonna work like that. And they're gonna bring me on as replacement of Preston because I don't see them keeping Preston either. I think Preston will leave on his own accord. So I don't think
They
Preston's
need to
coming
get
back.
rid of him and his hats. We're
Yeah,
tired.
and then they'll bring me to replace him, and then y'all really gonna have a show season 3. Season 3
But
gonna
y'all,
be a mess.
that was basically the episode. I mean, we see Jordan laughing at Summer's rampage, and we see Summer like the angle from. They keep catching these people in the craziest moments from that angle outside of the house, looking into it. Them damn French doors. That she was knocking stuff over. I said, "Why are you knocking stuff? Why are you so angry?" So we will see more of what happened with that. I'm gonna just say this: a bunch of Black people who are actually doing big things and are educated came onto a show that's supposed to be about working people coming out of corporate America and their day-to-day lives to have fun in a summer. You're only here for 2 weeks, and these people are arguing and have more drama than the housewives who filmed for about 2 months. So, that can be good, that can be bad. But I really want them to recast and to just do better with the casting. When it comes to casting African American cast, I feel like African American people should be doing that because you can just tell looking at these people that NBC took this stereotype, that stereotype, that stereotype, and then put them together, and it's But that was the episode. The episode was crazy, y'all. We'll see what happens next episode. Summer House is up and down for me. I love it. Some episodes, other episodes, I'm like, Like last episode, I was like,
I just need another cast. I just need a new cast. I just need a new cast. I need others.
I
feel
like half of them though. I do
I
like half.
do, yes, I do like half of them as well, but I feel like the other half can go because they don't bring anything, and it's like watching paint dry. I need something else. And also, Bravo, I'm gonna say this again because I'm gonna keep saying this until you do it. They need a fucking job. They need something to do for these
Or if
15
you don't
days.
give them a job, sign them up for like
A
community
project, a
service.
community service. Like,
Community service, 'cause
let
then
them
Bravo
feed the
can like
hungry. Let them build a park. Let
Yeah.
them build a Habitat for Humanity. Let them build a house together. They need something that's going to bond them together because, mind you, they don't know each other that long. They need bonding
Or put
material.
them in the house for a month, and every season have them do a cast trip to somewhere that's significant in America to African American history. Have them visit an HBCU.
Or a museum. Yeah, or a museum. Yeah, do
Have
something.
them
Yes.
come to California and show them the fields that people worked in here. There's so much that they could do. And it seemed like last season they were more focused on showing the positivity and resilience of African American culture. But this season, it seems to just be about the drama. But nonetheless, I'm here for the drama too, y'all. I'm not going to lie. But we will be back with more recaps. Let's see. We'll have a recap on Sunday because Love and Marriage Huntsville, we know for sure, is back. That will be on James's channel. That is the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. The link is in the description of this video. For those who prefer to type it out, it is Watch Your Mouth's Reviews 833 at Watch Your Mouth Reviews 833 on YouTube. That's how you get to his channel. Subscribe. I can't say it enough, but we will be recapping that show on Sunday. I believe Another Marriage DC will also be recapping on his channel. Naya says she's not ready for Huntsville. I don't think any of us are. Anyone who watched at the very least,
Let me tell you something. I'm ready. Let me tell you something, Naya. I'm ready, but let me tell you what's going to come with this territory. A whole bunch of thirsty ass Martell Holt little girlfriends that love defending him right, wrong, or indifferent. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna get red.
And that's why they're alone, defending him without him in their bed.
Because y'all can't seem to look past that handsomeness that I feel like, because to me, he looked like an egg. So I don't understand why, we even going through this. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because I want to see what Destiny's going to bring. And I'm ready for it because I want to see this new couple, because I said they look messy. And from what I saw the preview, I wasn't wrong. So there it is.
Is Stormy on the show still?
Stormy is still on the show. And so far, because y'all know Tiffany was my favorite. She is gone this season. But Stormy is my second favorite. So we're going to go. It goes Tiffany, Stormy, then Mel. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Stormy's
hair products, I had bought one of them. So I have alopecia like Jordan, but it's helping my hair a lot.
Oh, that's good. I used to buy Mel's products. I can't afford it now, but I used to buy Mel's products.
That's that damn dog, Lord. Anyway, you guys, we've reached the end of the recap. Reviews will be coming for shows on Sunday on James's channel. And then on my channel on Monday, we will be doing Housewives of New Jersey. In addition, my God, Cujo. Housewives of New Jersey, in addition to Summer House Marthas Vineyard. Let's get this last comment. Mr. Clean, aka Martell Holt, is still employed. I just want to see his contractor's license.
We can question that every episode, every recap we review too.
I will.
He puts it on social media.
It.
Where is the builder's license, Martell?
And I want to know if he can still grow hair. Before y'all call anybody.
Go look at his wedding pictures. You can see, girl, you can see that shit.
I want to know if he can still grow hair. I say
no, because his shit ended up like, I see, you see my hair running to the back of my head, so I got to, I'm pretty gonna have a bald head pretty soon in a minute as well. But no, you can't grow no damn hair.
Oh Lord. Anywho, y'all, that's our Summer House Marthas Vineyard recap. Be able to look for James's recap. I will be on that recap this weekend. I appreciate. She said, with that hairline, that shit can stay going.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, I appreciate you guys.
I can't wait to tell you, Naya, on the first recap. Make sure you there, Naya.
We will have a Buying Beverly Hills recap also coming tomorrow. So other than that, we done, y'all. We out. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you,
James. Bye, Naya. And whoever's watching Thug Life.